he is ranked below a propagandist. They're saying that he is worse than a propagandist, which is the category that he aspires to be in.
That's so funny. Like, he's saying I'm a propagandist. Meanwhile, he gets he gets ranked lower than a propagandist. Oh my god. I mean, it's at the same time, it feels good because he definitely belongs. Hell, I think he belongs even like further down when it comes to like containing misleading information. Oh yeah. There was actually this one video I was trying to watch, but I never just got around to doing it, so I guess we might as well. It's from the Actual Justice Warrior. I heard of him before. And before you ask, no, he's not an SJW. God, now. Let's see if I can find the video. Because I saw from, like, Turkey Tom, like, he did, like, a stream reacting to it. So, let's see if I can find the video. And it had to do with, like, Hasan Piker. You know, the biggest piece of shit. There it is, look. Cenk's nephew cries about bias ranking.
Greetings and salutations.
Hold on. So yeah, if you guys don't know, apparently as a way to like insult Hasan, people like Actual Justice Warrior, they call Hasan Piker Cenk Uyghur's nephew, because well, he is his nephew, so obviously why not call him his nephew? Because well, Hasan and Cenk Uyghur, they're actually like family. But obviously for a lot of, I'm not sure, like is Cenk Uyghur or some, who's considered like the Alex Jones of the left? Is it Cenk Uyghur or is it Hasan Piker? Because I think it's Hasan. Because obviously no one really watches the Young Turks. No offense to people who are, you know, watching the stream and actually like the Young Turks. But Hasan's like a lot bigger than them. But at the same time, though, they're not that great in my opinion. Anyways, enough talk. Let's actually get into this video.
Loyal viewers of this channel, my name is Sean, and I often find myself asking myself why we love fail videos so much. Is it because we are all secretly deep down cynical animals that just love to delight in the suffering of others? Or, and this is my actual hypothesis, is it because there is something hilarious, inherently so, about someone's self-perception of themselves getting ripped away from them by the cold, brutal reality of the world? And
I mean, Hasan is definitely a victim of, well, reality, because Jesus Christ, like, reality is like eating Hasan for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's for a good reason too. Like, have you guys seen like how many times Hasan just lied and he gets debunked, and next you know he spurgs the fuck out? I mean, he's been doing this for like a couple years. It's pretty much what he's known for.
And honestly, that's what I think it is, and that's why many people have gotten such enjoyment of watching Cenk's nephew see where he ranks in terms of a media bias chart, because he's absolutely livid over it, even though this should be obvious. But before we get into that, I want to thank everybody who supports this channel via actualjusticewarrior.com/join.
Give me the money. Give me the money, okay?
Now, for those of you who are unaware...
Oh, shit. I was about to say, like, that... This lady right here, she's kind of annoying, but supposedly she's actually having, like, a redemption arc of some sorts. Like, she's becoming more basic, as you can say. Like, you know, she's not as, like, you know, delusional as Cenk Uyghur or Hasan or anyone at the Young Turks. I mean, if that's true, then thank God, because seriously, like, she needs to get rid of that brain rot of hers.
Money. Give me the money, okay?
Now, for those of you who are unaware, Cenk's nephew is, in fact, Cenk Uyghur of the Young Turks' nephew, and there should...
I mean, we already knew, because look, Cenk's nephew, like, there's, like, a connection, obviously. I mean, Hasan... Does Hasan really want to be associated with his uncle? Because that sounds like something... Because it's not really... it's kind of... Maybe for, like, the people who scratch the surface, they don't really know that Hasan and Cenk Uyghur are obviously related. But obviously for those who are a fan of, you know, Young Turks or Hasan, they obviously know that they're related. But I don't know. That sounds like... that does not sound good. I mean, would you really want to be known as like Alex Jones's nephew? You know, Alex Jones from like the far left, or just left wing in general?
Be no additional clarification needed, but maybe it would help you guys to understand that he actually does his own Twitch stream where he presents himself as this amazing fight against the machine type of person. So when he hears on his own channel from his audience that he is ranked below Joe Rogan in terms of trustworthiness, somebody that he goes after routinely, that is obviously going to pique his interest. That is obviously going to bother him. But when he pulls up this chart, he is aghast. And honestly, it's hilarious.
Apparently, Joe Rogan is more reliable.
Oh, this is actually a lot more funny because he's actually at the DNC. I'm surprised they actually got him like a place at the DNC to like do a live stream. Because I thought he was like one of those like low tier leftists. Like I mean, obviously he's big in some way, but I didn't think he was so big enough to like get a position or at least like a spot on the DNC. Like obviously he's not speaking because well, he's just too insane for them. But I didn't know that he could. I mean, I'm not jealous or anything because well, thank God I'm not there. And I wonder how it's like, for everyone at the DNC to just see Hasan just around them. I bet they're gonna be like, oh fuck, not this dude. Not this lunatic.
New? What is this? Hold on. The new media bias thing came out. Is this for real? Wait, what? There's no way, dude. There is no f***ing way.
Now, to quote the great Anna Kasparian, my literal bestie, it's real.
It's real, guys. It's real.
Oh my god. Yeah, look, there's Joe Rogan right there. Barstool Sports, well, they're mostly sports, so it's whatever. Yeah, there's Lex Friedman, MSN, Piers Morgan, or no, that's not Piers Morgan. It's obviously, but yeah, look, there's a sun right here, and Joe Rogan's like a bit, right here, like he's a bit on top a bit. You know what I'm saying, chat? He's like around, yeah, like around here or so. Hasan's like down here. Holy shit. And Barstool, well, it's whatever, because, well, they're mostly obviously a sports company, so why should it matter if they're biased or not? Okay, maybe for like sports, but for politics, they're not really into that stuff. Oh, what else is here? Rolling Stone, well, yeah, there's definitely, a bit more left. Daily Dot, yeah, maybe like around here or so. I mean, it's pretty accurate. A lot more accurate than what Hasan believes. Because, come on, like, the dude, like, didn't he, like, platform, like, a terrorist of some sorts? Like a Houthi? Like a group of people that, like, hijacked, boats or, ship containers, like, in the Middle East? Like, yeah, he's definitely, like, completely biased. Like, just misinformation at that point. Like, he tried to be friendly with a terrorist. That's just not a good look.
Contains misleading info.
So first of all, I think it is important for everybody out there in the audience to understand that contains misleading info actually is soft pedaling it when you don't realize the context in which that was framed. I actually have the chart from August 2024 from this organization that is ranking media bias, and the categories are as follow. Thorough fact.
Okay, here it is. Let me just full screen for this one. So, look at that. Contain leading misinfo. Contains inaccurate or fabricated info, which means a lot of crowd there. Huh, I thought he's going to be like a bit more up, like around here, in my opinion. But obviously, for some people, he's like a comedy show, so it's like whatever. They're making jokes about, what. So it's whatever, I guess you can say, because, well, if they're making up information, supposedly, then, well, it's probably like jokes. Tucker, he's pretty big. I was expecting him to be like a bit, maybe like selective, I guess you can say, as well. I don't know how you say this guy's name. He's like a big guy in Rumble, so it makes sense, somewhat. Even though I don't know, I'm not sure. I don't really watch this guy's show, but I have to wait and see. I don't know. Infowars, well, it kind of makes sense. There's Joe Rogan right here. Selective, incomplete, unfair propaganda or other issues. Well, it's just a podcast. Like, he's just having conversations with, well, people that he's already having on. Like, whoever. So I don't know why they're saying that, that he is being selective and he's unfair. And it's propaganda when it's just him having actual conversations. Like, being human. Daily Express, I don't know what that is. Ben Shapiro's here. Oh yeah, it's like around opinion, I guess you can say sometimes. I don't know how you say that. Michelle Peterson or something like that. It's like so hard to see from here, Chad. I can't even. I know it's Peterson, but I can't read this name right here. There's Fox News TV, because apparently web and TV are like kind of separated from one another, so it makes sense. What else is there? Fox and Friends, Newsmax, Web. Bearing Arms, I'm not sure what that is. Oh, look, there it is. Fox News Web. Like, it's more analytic or variation and reliability. Megan Kelly, I think that's like what was it, like Sirius XM. New York Post is definitely here. Daily Mail is like a bit more. I don't know if Daily Mail is like right here, like a bit right, but I thought they're mostly center. Even the Sun, like I thought it was gonna be like left leaning, but no, the Sun's like kind of a bit leaning, I guess you can say. TMZ, well, of course they're left. Wired also. CNN, no shit. Well, TV at least. Oh, wait, what the hell? CNN Web? Mix of fact reporting and analytics or simple fact reporting. Huh. Vox, for some reasons, up here. ABC, NBC. Holy shit. Just look at all this chat. Breitbart's here. It's kind of funny because if I remember correctly, Hasan got so fucking mad that Breitbart's like a lot higher than him. So is Ben Shapiro, Joe Rogan, just pretty much anything like right here. I mean, obviously there's before it's news. I'm not sure what the fuck is before it's news, but rather crowded where it makes sense because, like I said earlier, it's a comedy show. But yeah, they're like, I'm surprised that Hasan's actually mad that all these people right here are higher than him when it makes sense that he's obviously doing things that are not really unbiased, and he's definitely like just some guy who's I mean, he even said himself like one time on Piers Morgan that he's like a propagandist. So in his own words, yeah, he's definitely biased.
Reporting or fact-dense analysis, that would be at the top. Mix of fact reporting and analysis or simple fact reporting, and then it says analysis or wide variation of reliability, opinion or wide variation of reliability, and then there is selective, incomplete, unfair persuasion, propaganda or other issues, and then below that is Jank's nephew.
Yep, and this is like an accurate, just an accurate picture. I mean, I get it, it's his profile, but like, this is him like inside once he found out that he's right here. Like, he's just so pissed off. Hell, he's even like, well, useful idiots. I mean, he's one of them, but he's like, he's a bit higher, but then again, that in my opinion, he should be lower than useful idiots.
Which contains misleading info. Now, originally when I first saw this, I didn't zoom in on the chart, I didn't realize the categories, so I made a joke about how Jank's nephew went on national television on Piers Morgan's show, said that he himself is in fact a propagandist.
No, I'm not calling you that.
See, look, this chat, this is what I was talking about. Like, sounds like I'm a propagandist. I'm a propagandist. Like, what the fuck, bro?
I'm just saying. I'm going to play you.
I'm saying I am.
Okay, well then I want to
I'm saying I am.
I just want to put
you even play it.
And then all of a sudden, he is surprised when he discovers he's ranked as a propagandist. But honestly, fact check me on that. That is absolutely false. He is ranked below a propagandist. They're saying that he is worse than a propagandist, which is the category that he aspires to be in.
That's so funny. Like, he's saying I'm a propagandist. Meanwhile, he gets ranked lower than a propagandist. Oh my god. I mean, it's at the same time, it feels good because he definitely belongs. Hell, I think he belongs even like further down when it comes to like containing misleading information.
That is pretty damn impressive.
Bro, I'm lower ranked than
You know, if that's even possible.
Fox News, bro. I'm lower ranked than Joe Rogan. What is this? The first time I'm actually mentioned on the media by
Hasan, of course you're lower than Fox News and Joe Rogan because didn't like Hasan say fuck the mainstream media, fuck the machine, and yada yada yada. So of course those people are going to hate him and probably rank him lower, and at the same time that's also his fault for saying stuff that definitely is not true.
By Shark, they put me below selective, incomplete, unfair persuasion, propaganda, or other issues. Okay. And on the right, I'm under Joe Rogan, like Joe Rogan, Red Scare Podcast, Ben Shapiro, The Ingram Angle, Project Veritas.
You know that has got to sting. You know that has got to bother Jank's nephew, because Jank's nephew goes out of his way to criticize the reporting or the analysis or the conversations that all of these people he just named has, and for him to be ranked below them, that's gotta hurt. For him to not even make the propagandist category has got to really be annoying. And the funny thing about this is that Joe Rogan is not even trying to be a fact-based media reporter or anything like that.
No, Joe Rogan, he just has a podcast where he just talks with people, close friends, random strangers. Well, not just random strangers, but like, big celebrities and, all this stuff. Like, why should he care if it's facts or not? I mean, maybe in some cases, but like, I don't know. Like, it's not really his job about, reporting the stuff and making sure it's accurate or not. I mean, he's like a normal human being, like, just like everyone. Like, we're all human and we're not perfect. I mean, he's one of them. He's a perfect example of that. Like, he's just doing whatever he's doing. Like, and it's the thing he likes to do as well. Like, he's enjoying what he likes to do. So why should he, be someone who should just report the news and see if it's accurate or not, and debate others if they're wrong? I mean, sometimes he does that if they're kind of crazy in some way, but I mean, I don't know. That's just what I believe. It's just kind of dumb for someone to think that Joe Rogan should should just turn his podcast into like a news station of some sort, like a news podcast.
He just has a really popular podcast, has guests on that podcast, listens to what they say, pushes back actually a lot more than some other people who consider themselves to be legitimate media pundits. And Joe Rogan, not even trying, is above Cenk's nephew. Joe Rogan, who Cenk's nephew has made it his business to cry about consistently on his live streams, is above him, and that really annoys him.
I mean, it's kind of funny because Hasan is like trying desperately to. Well, no, he is trying not desperately because he is trying hard because he's not trying to be desperate or anything, but like he's trying to like make sure he's a propagandist and all that stuff. Make sure he's pretty much in the wrong side, quote unquote, because he thinks that when he's on the wrong side, he thinks he's on the right side because the machine thinks that his side is wrong, but in reality, it's obviously wrong. Like, this dude is trying his absolute best to make sure that he owns, everyone, like the establishment and all that stuff. But in my opinion, he's pretty much an example of someone who is definitely for the establishment. But I don't know. Maybe that's me acting crazy. But Joe Rogan, like, that dude's not even, like I said earlier, like, he's not even trying to do all that stuff. And it's just kind of funny how he ranks higher, even though he doesn't even try it at all. Rank higher as in, like, ranking higher than Hasan.
Veritas. Also hilarious. I mean, come on. Does not get any worse than this.
I am the equivalent of InfoWars.
Well, actually, it could get worse.
Wait a minute. This may sound autistic, chat, but yeah, he's pretty much is like the equivalent of InfoWars. Oh my god, like InfoWars for like far right people, he's like for the far left. Holy shit. Okay, that's actually I mean, it's accurate. Like, I mean, he is pretty much the equivalent of InfoWars for the left, so it makes sense. I mean, then like I said, there's Tucker and Louder, Crowder, and they're like lower than Hasan, but it's whatever. Especially like I said, Crowder, he's just a comedy show.
Than this, because Cenk's nephew is in and around the same level as Alex Jones's Infowars.com. Cenk's nephew, Mr. I'm better at challenging the establishment than anyone. I'm giving you the real info from the left wing. I'm pushing my agenda, is ranked in and around the same level as Infowars. Now, to be clear, I'm not 100% sure, based on this chart alone, if Cenk's nephew ranks slightly above Infowars or slightly below.
It's hard to. I mean, maybe I guess you could say it's a bit higher, but it kind of looks like they're like pretty much at like the same length. You know what I'm saying? Like they're neck to neck, chat. You guys get what I mean? I mean, kind of depends on the icon. Like maybe he's lower than Infowars.
Infowars, and that's because the difference in the logos that they use. You just have Infowars as the text right there, which is just across even on a plane, but then you have Cenk's nephew's logo, which has his head, which is unambiguously above where Infowars is, but his name, the name of his channel, is below Infowars. So depending on how you look at this, depending on how you interpret this chart, it looks like he could be either above or below Infowars, but to be 100% clear, I'm guessing, because this is put out by an organization that might have their own bents, that he would be ranked slightly above. I am open to correction in the future, believe me, but for him to be arguably Infowars level has to burn up his ego. Now, there are people ranked below Cenk's nephew. There are people on both the left and the right that are beneath him according to this information, and you can actually see on the right, the lowest ranked person is Louder with Crowder, which is pretty...
Is he? I thought it's before it's news. Like before it's... Look, it's like below or more below than Louder with Crowder, so how could that even be possible? Unless like when it's like leaning a bit, I guess because it's leaning a bit more to the right than before it's news, maybe that's why it's ranked lower than everything else. Maybe that's the case. This is kind of strange in some cases. Like, you get what I mean, Chad? Like, what the hell? Like, we can't even determine if they're like if Hasan's like Infowars, but it's whatever. I guess that's debatable. Like, who's more biased and what's more, right leaning? Before it's news or Louder with Crowder?
Bad, and honestly, I wasn't even expecting him to be there, even though Crowder does an opinion show. But Steven would argue.
Oh, that's another thing too. Like, not only is Louder with Crowder just comedy, but it's also like opinions. So it's like whatever. So like, I mean, obviously it reports the news, but it's all opinion. It's all like opinion fueled. You know what I'm saying, chat? So obviously, you can have your own opinion, but obviously you could still watch Louder Crowder, but it's like him making jokes or having his opinion and yada yada yada. I'm basically repeating myself like 3 or 4 times now.
That he's trying to do a comedy show, so he's not trying to be ranked as the most factual based or anything like that. But again, that is open to you guys for interpretation. Hey guys, Editing Sean here, and if you look at this chart close enough, you'll realize that Steven Crowder is not the lowest. He's actually the second lowest on this chart. Before It's News is right beneath him, so my apologies for that. Take everything I said about him being the lowest and apply it to second lowest.
I guess I am sort of correct, but still, like, it looks like Louder Crowder is like a bit more right leaning than Before It's News. Like, you can see like the tiny like pixels right here, chat. Like, hold on, let me zoom in for this. Like, yeah, like right here. Unless it's just his, his icon right here, like just being placed there, and it's that big. I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking too deep into it.
Take this whole chart with a grain of salt if you would like, but the point is, Jank's nephew don't like it, and in response to the fact that he is ranked this low on this chart, he decides to live up to his status and throw out an unverified conspiracy theory on why he's ranked so low.
Like, this has got to be a fucking DGG guy who wrote this list, I assume.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, I forgot. Because, Destiny and Hasan, obviously they have bad blood. Bro, how come the first thing that Hasan thinks of is just DGG, which is like, because I think that's what, his Destiny's fans call themselves, DGG. Because that's pretty much his website, destiny.gg. Obviously, I'm not saying that because I'm being paid to say that, but I don't know. Like, why does Hasan think it's automatically DGG? Like, why not just think, oh, maybe this is actually like a company? Because, Hasan's definitely the type of guy to say, oh, this is a corporation that's trying to, slander me and all this stuff. Like, I don't know, like, this dude's like you could just tell, like, he's coping so hard, like, he's trying to figure out who to blame and, see which one would actually respond to him and say it's actually true. Like, you could just tell, like, he's like desperate right now. He's trying to grab onto something, but he can't because it's actually true. It's facts.
I actually thought for a second, maybe, just maybe, this clip was AI generated. Maybe, just maybe, Jank's nephew could not be that dumb. When it is pointed out that he is in and around the rank of InfoWars, he decides to respond to that, which again, remember, he is below a propagandist on this ranking by saying an unverified conspiracy on who might have put him there. His response to being called out for spreading bad information and unverified information and misleading information was to make up a conspiracy theory on the spot. That is what Jank's nephew did.
Dog, I'm lower than Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson, and all of the, like, National Review, Newsmax, OAN. I'm lower than OAN. Bro, they're so crazy.
Bro. Speaking of calling people crazy, Hasan, you're crazy right now for just thinking that just some Destiny fan made this. I mean, bro. No wonder why you're, like, down to contain misleading info, because that's what you're doing. You're just misleading people with this fabricated info that you just made up on the spot.
Breitbart is here? New York Post and Breitbart are here? Okay, throw this fucking... Come on, dog. Throw this list in the fucking trash. What the fuck? This is the word. This list is a trash list.
I mean, honestly, you just gotta love this. He is talking about all the different things that he's ranked lower than, and he's devastated by this. He's like, the first time they include me in one of these bias charts, and they didn't say that I was the greatest commentator in terms of politics ever. And again, I will just point out, Jank's nephew's lowlights are legendary. This is a guy who flat out denied that Russia would invade the Ukraine.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Jesus Christ, that was Oh man, I wonder how he feels about that now. Just well, obviously he realized that oh shit, I'm wrong, because dude was basically just wanting Russia to invade Ukraine just so that way he can make content out of it. Like he's just like, Russia, please, like Putin, send your men over to Ukraine. I need content, okay? I need money, because he has like debt to pay for his Lamborghini and his $2 million house. Oh my god. Man, that's just a legendary Hasan moment. Just wishing for Russia to happen. Like the whole Russian-Ukraine war.
Even said it would be his Tim Pool 49 state landslide moment if that were to occur. Then it happened.
And we got a lot to talk about. I was right about Ukraine. That's right.
Willie Mack, let's go. Willie Mack show. Obviously, I just like Willie Mack. Is like an amazing dude, man. Bro, he's like one of those people who made like dozens of videos on Hasan, but they're actually good. And even Hasan got so pissed at Willie Mack that he actually got into a debate, and Willie Mack just annihilated this motherfucker. Oh man, I'm just chat. I can't really say, because I actually have no words on how to even express my just happiness of just watching these types of videos. Just Hasan just getting bashed on because the dude's lying. Like he just lives off of lies, and it's just so funny. Just the truth to come out, and now he's just spurging now, and he can't really do anything about it because people obviously like the truth and facts and all that stuff. So like his narrative is basically being shattered, and he's basically like throwing stones at his glass house.
It's not imminent. Oh, shock.
I think maybe I'll tell my editors to do this, but I think I'll just change I'll change this every day to Ukraine has still not been invaded by Russia every day. Change it to Russia still has yet to invade Ukraine.
I mean, just look at this. Like Hasan is just so desperate for Russia to invade Ukraine. Like I swear to God, like he just needed some content. Like he's that boring. Like he just wanted a war to happen because what else can people really watch Hasan for? Nothing. I mean, maybe watch videos that he's reacting to, but he's not really reacting. So at that point, it's just him just hosting like some sort of watch party where he's not even attending it. It's just his viewers just watching videos, and he's not. And those viewers are indirectly supporting the video because I don't know. For those people, I think it's just better to watch the video itself other than just watch the sound stream so you can watch the video. That's how his streams are, and it's so boring and it's just so dog shit. I mean, I'm reacting myself, but like at least I'm actually commentating and I'm giving my thoughts on it. Unlike Hasan, he usually just gets up or he just eats. Like that's just not content right there, and it's just not even reactions. It's pretty much stealing content. I mean, it's already been, debacle like God knows how many times, and Hasan's just the type of guy to make sure that copyright is no longer a thing because he wants to keep stealing content. But I just had to say it because I don't know. Just watching these Hasan videos, I just want to give all my thoughts on Hasan just onto you guys. Like this, I just want to just express how much I just hate this guy so much. Like I hate him to my very core.
And it's like day 11 at this point. The reason why I'm saying a lot of the information that's coming out of the State Department is wrong or outright false is because what I'm showing you right now is literally people talking about like bombing Kiev. That is insane. That's psychotic.
This is a guy who raged out about a particular hospital bombing that occurred in the Gazan territory that actually was caused by an Islamic Jihad rocket.
Oh yeah, because this is even worse. Like Israel and Palestine, bro. That's even worse than Ukraine and Russia when it comes to his coverage. My man, he's not even like pro-Palestine. He's like more like pro-Gaza. Well, not pro-Gaza, like pro-Hamas, like pretty much a terrorist. Like he pretty much supports the terrorists over the people. Like that's just not even a good look. No wonder why he's like misleading info, because he's just misleading people by supporting the terrorists instead of, well, at least the people. But this dude is just so desperate to like somehow own the establishment and all this stuff by supporting terrorists that would probably kill him too.
Malfunctioning, and he not only banned the person who said that this was actually not Israel who did this particular bombing.
IDF didn't bomb the hospital. Change title. IDF didn't bomb the hospital. Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Oh, this is also so dumb. Like, obviously, it's well known now that obviously Israel did not bomb that hospital in Gaza, but Hasan is just so desperate to like just say, no, it's actually the IDF. It's the IDF, guys. It's the IDF. They're so evil. They're genocidal. Oh, yeah. And then this guy's like, hey, that's not true at all. Change the title because that's just full on just misinfo. And he's like, yes, it did. Yes, they absolutely fucking did. I mean, bro, this dude's just so mad. Like, I mean, this is like propagandist, I am just so pissed off by this guy. Like, I'm losing my words. Like, I've already said everything that other people have said about this dude, and it has to be said again. Because this dude cannot stop lying. He's just repeating himself over and over again. It's like the Hasan Piker, cycle.
Yes, it fucking did.
And his source is right here when it comes to like the IDF bombing the hospital. It's tweets. Like, I mean, yeah, Twitter has like some interesting stuff. Like, we all use Twitter and Instagram for news, but like, this dude's like using like low-hanging fruit, like low-hanging accounts just to actually report the news. Like, who the fuck are those guys? You may never know if they're actually propagandists or they're spreading misinformation.
You fucking piece of shit. Yes, it absolutely did. Fuck you. Fuck you. You genocidal scumbag. You have no dignity. You do not have an ounce of dignity inside of your soul.
But
yeah, that's like basically his excuse when it comes to like deflecting against misinformation. Like, he's like telling people that said that he's wrong. He calls them genocidal freaks. Oh my god, this dude, man. No wonder why people from pro-Palestine hate him so much, because this dude's like full on supporting terrorist groups. Like, at least people from pro-Palestine actually don't support terrorism, but this dude does, and he's pretty much giving them a bad reputation.
And he started talking about how he knew what...
give bad reputation for the people who support Palestine. Not because obviously the Hamas, obviously they have a bad rep, so it doesn't matter.
JDAM was, just based on hearing it, even though this guy has no military experience at all whatsoever.
They do not. They do have rockets. And sometimes there are failed launches. But a failed launch on a fucking rocket is not going to be able to destroy an entire hospital. They do not have the firepower capabilities of destroying an entire fucking hospital. So even from an immediate assessment, that is unimaginable. Okay, I'm going to put this side by side. I want you to fucking understand something, okay? So that is a JDAM.
Oh yeah, this shit still. Bro, this dude how the hell does he know about missiles? Was he like one of the people who was there just building the bombs and missiles and then just launching them into like random places? Like, how does Hasan know other than just tweets? I mean, just look at this. I mean, this guy is just so dumb. Like, who the hell is War Monitor? Like, you may never... I mean, he has like 700k views at the time when he was doing this, but is this actually like, does it actually have a good source? Like, is this actually credible? And plus, how the hell does he know if it's a JDAM? Like, what if it's just an entirely different bomb or missile? Like, this dude knows nothing. And plus, this is all on Twitter. Like, he calls himself on-the-ground journalism. Oh, yeah, by the way, thank you for the follow on Kick. But how the hell does he know? Like, he's not at Gaza. He's all the way over at his $2 million house reporting from... he's live streaming himself on Twitter, reporting what's going on. And his sources are just tweets from people that no one knows about. Hasan. I mean, yeah, look at this. Like, this dude's so dumb. Look, he looks so stupid right now. Just looking at this video, he's like, I have no clue what's going on. I'm just gonna say this is also JDAM. What's about to happen? So I'm just gonna lie to my audience.
Called on.
Unbelievable, dude.
Do you think that seems similar to one another?
I mean, how can we even tell? Like, that's from far away. I mean, they may sound similar, but like, bombs sound the same. Well, most bombs at least sound the same when they explode, obviously. This dude, man, I'm just getting sick of his lies.
Also, not a ballistic trajectory expert, but that JDAM came from super high up. If you look at the actual confirmed video of the bombing, you know that neither of these parties have the capability of dropping a bomb like this on themselves, even by accident or deliberately. They do not have this capability. You have no evidence. Stop concluding. What is this?
Yeah, like, well, first off, obviously, I'm not agreeing with Hasan on this, but like, how the hell is this even evidence? It's just a video. Like, it captured the bomb obviously hitting and exploding, but we don't really see, the bomb itself, and it's from far away as well. Like, how the hell could this be even evidence?
What am I looking at? What am I looking at with
And plus, Hasan, whenever he sees like a video that something like this, he's automatically just going to jump into conclusions instead of like digging deeper into this. But I mean, then again, though, he probably does that because we realize that he's wrong and he's just doing whatever it takes to fabricate a lie, because that's all he can do. He could just lie, because if he tells the truth, then well, he's just gonna be known as a liar forever, and that's not going to give him a good credibility as a journalist. Journalist.
my own 2 eyes? What are you looking at? I have no evidence? Don't believe your fuck. What do you mean? Does that strike you as a fucking misfire?
And when called out on that, rather than acknowledging that he got this one wrong and then trying to move on, he said, oh, well, here's a list of all the bad things that Israel has done, so we shouldn't even talk about who was right or wrong about this particular thing that I was dead wrong about. But that is not even the worst of it. This is a man who interviewed a Houthi pirate.
Oh, here comes the Houthi. Jesus Christ. This dude, he even compared him to like Luffy from like One Piece. Oh my god, this fucking delusional guy. I mean, this dude I swear to god, like Hasan's gonna get probably killed if he continues to like try to, associate with people like the Houthis. Like, obviously those people don't like Hasan. Like, they're just doing it because, well, they just want to spread messages and just treat him like a dumbass, because in their eyes, Hasan's one of those dumbasses.
A member of a terrorist organization who, by the way, was boarding ships that have nothing to do with the conflict, that were third-party country ships, causing all these problems, not only just in that region, but worldwide, because it ended up disrupting canal traffic right there, and I think 10% of the goods actually move through that particular canal, and Jank's nephew decided to interview him and call him, no joke, an anime protagonist. Luffy from One Piece.
Yeah, like, what the fuck was that? Hasan. I mean, he's already supporting Hamas, but, like, even the Houthis, like, Jesus Christ. I mean, the Houthis even want, like, death to America, like, where he's at right now. Like, he's living here in America, and the Houthis, like, this guy, they want America dead. Bro, he wants the Houthis to kill people like him. Oh my, this fucking dumbass, man. Oh my god. Oh man. Chat, I'm actually losing my mind, just, Hasan just being a fucking idiot and just lying, and I have to like debunk everything, because obviously your brain's gonna melt from everything, because this dude's brain is already mush, but the more he continues to lie and the more you have to debunk it, your brain's gonna start hurting. Like, I'm already having a headache from this.
Okay, this is a stupid question. Okay, you can preface it with that. Does he know what One Piece is?
One Piece, like, is that an organization?
No, One Piece is the anime.
اوه اوكي اول شيء بقول لك انه ممكن هذا السؤال يكون شوي اهبل، بس بسالك تعرف شو هو ون بيس؟ عمرك سمعت بون بيس؟
اكيد يعني منذ الطفوله وانا اشاهد ون بيس لوفي.
Is it Luffy?
Yeah, he said he's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
What the jeez, this man's like celebrating a fucking terrorist by since the kid right here decided to compare himself to like an actual protagonist, like an actual good person, by the way, an actual, good character, not a terrible one, because at least I know the anime, not just trying to sound like a nerd. No wonder why this guy is like ranked below. Hell, maybe, I guess that's still debatable. No wonder why this guy is still ranked lower than InfoWars. Like, this is just full-blown, like, what Alex Jones would do, but worse.
Sick. Yes. That's fire. That's so fire. Oh my god, dude. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
بقول لك حسن انه
Now look, it's one thing to do all that stuff. It's one thing to make your stream about all this different lefty propaganda, be anti-Western in every regard, call yourself a propagandist and all that. But it's another thing to do all of that, engage in all those actions, say that you're a propagandist for your side, say that it's okay to lie in order to boost your side, and then turn around and be upset when you're ranked incredibly low behind people who at least are trying to state facts before they give their opinion.
Yeah, Hasan, when you're just like so freaked out somehow you're ranked lower than Infowars. How about you think about the Houthis, Gaza, like the whole missile strike supposedly that was caused by the IDF, which is not true. Obviously, like everyone, even like mainstream IDF and no, not Gaza, fuck. Even Hamas, as far as I know, even confirmed that hey, it was actually our mistake. Like Hamas basically admitted that they were the ones who caused that missile to land near the hospital. Like it was their mistake. And even think about what happened with Russia and Ukraine. Yeah, how about you realize that all those things that you lied about, obviously those are the contributors to why you're labeled even worse than Infowars when it comes to like misinformation and bias. And this is like the biggest political streamer. Man, that's so pathetic. Like why it's actually so pathetic. I can't even say it now because I'm actually lost for words. Like why is this dude considered the biggest streamer when he's out here just lying even more than Infowars and all these other like left and right like media outlets? Like that's just so fucking weird, and it's also disappointing and sad, but well, it's all of our fault, and also Twitch for supporting someone like Hasan. Platform. Well, I don't want him deplatformed, but like obviously Twitch is like promoting him, and also Pokimane, not XQC as far as I know, but like all these other people, man, fucking idiots.
That seems to be absolute madness, and that's what makes this so funny. Alex Jones, crazy person. But if you gave him this chart, you showed him where his website was ranked, he might say, I should be ranked higher, and, establishment is coming after him, or whatever he says, but he wouldn't be surprised that he was ranked there. He wouldn't be shocked that he was ranked there. He would understand that, of course, he would be ranked there. That is just reality. He'd start talking about how we have all the documents and all that. But again, the shock on his face, the disgust on his face is hilarious. And yes, by the way, this is 100% accurate. In fact, the only thing that might be inaccurate in this particular chart is that Cenk's nephew isn't on the furthest left-right axis in terms of this particular representation. So that's like the only thing right here that I might even dispute. But yeah, you're below a propagandist. You aspire to be a propagandist, and you don't even reach that. That's amazing. That is wonderful. And that is so glorious. So Cenk's nephew, from me to you, thank you so much for making me laugh this much in this particular scenario. But hey, you know what? Those are just my thoughts. I want to know what you guys think.
Yep, thank you, Cenk's nephew, for making the stream entertaining and also giving me a headache. But hey, at least I managed to call you out on basically everything. And hey, at least you gave me some content. Man, can't believe this fucking idiot even gets that many audience. I mean, no wonder why people are actually not watching him no more. Like as far as I know, like nobody's really watching Hasan no more, which is a good thing because who the fuck watches him? Like after all the lies that he spread, and especially all the meltdowns, especially recently at the DNC. Because hell, if I remember correctly, I think he got kicked out of the DNC, which is just hilarious. Like even like the Democratic Party, like the people that he supports a lot, they don't like him. Man, that's just so funny.